The ocean's most iconic predator glides through the depths, a silent shadow of raw power and ancient instinct. These unforgettable encounters reveal chilling moments when humans came face to face with great white sharks and just barely escaped death, leaving their terrifying experiences to be seen. In 2016, off the Galapagos Islands, a group of tourists watched in amazement as great white sharks fed on bait near their boat. But then, everything changed. All of them screamed as a 3,000-pound great white exploded into a dive cage, thrashing wildly with a diver trapped inside. For 30 agonizing seconds, no one could see him through the chaos, until someone yelled that the shark was in the cage.
Oh my God.
But in all the splashing and chaos, no one could see him. Was he okay? Where was he? For a few terrifying seconds, nothing. Then, unbelievably, the shark squeezed itself back out of the top of the cage, and finally the diver emerged. The diver's camera kept rolling, capturing every spine-chilling second.
Okay. Jeez.
It was a moment of pure shock and relief. Even behind bars, the ocean reminds us it's still in control. Off the coast of Perth, Australia, on September 7th, Joe Petrovich and his friends were out spearfishing, but Joe nearly became the prey. At first, a huge great white shark just circled him calmly. Joe clutched his spear gun, trying to stay cool, but then it charged. Joe kept his nerve and waited. At the last moment, he dashed for the boat ladder, pulling himself up to safety. This next video starts peacefully. Two researchers on a boat near Wellfleet, Massachusetts, scan the water, pole in hand, eyes searching, and then a massive 13-foot great white launched straight out of the water, jaws wide, inches from their feet.
Whoa! Holy crap! It dove right out of the water!
The scene was both jaw-dropping and terrifying. Nature has a way of reminding us, blink once and everything can change. In Gansby, South Africa, cage divers got exactly what they came for, and more than they bargained for. At first, everything was fine. The bait floated nearby, and they waited for a glimpse. But then a massive great white showed up, and it wasn't interested in the bait. It clamped onto the bars, shaking the cage like a toy. One diver took a direct hit to the head. Seconds felt like hours as they clung on inside the cage. Off the coast of Hawaii, a surreal moment played out. Marine biologist Ocean Ramsey stroked the side of Deep Blue, the largest great white ever filmed. Pregnant and calm, the shark drifted near her while dolphins circled curiously. It was a breathtaking and scary moment. One wrong move, and it could have ended in blood. Great white sharks have huge, sharp teeth. They can tear through flesh and bone in seconds. The people in these clips were lucky. They came face to face with death and escaped. Just imagine those jaws coming at you from below. The shark was close, too close. These are the ocean's top predators. Powerful, silent, deadly. And somehow, the humans survived. Hats off to her, since no amount of money would give me the courage to attempt that. Near Jacksonville Beach, Florida, a kayak surfer paddled peacefully, unaware of the danger lurking just beneath the surface. Suddenly, with terrifying force, something yanked his oar. Startled, he glanced nervously over the water, still oblivious to the predator circling beneath him. Then he saw it. Fresh bite marks on his paddle. The truth hit him like a punch to the gut. A shark, a great white. In that instant, every second felt like a lifetime. The same shark that could tear through flesh in seconds was just inches away. If that shark had come at him with full force, It would have been a bloody gut-wrenching disaster. Thinking fast, he paddled frantically, desperate to escape the jaws that could have easily torn him apart. Each stroke was a race against death. And this wasn't just one story. One wrong move, and their fate could be sealed in a heartbeat. In a move that defied all logic, a man reached out and gently petted a great white shark, multiple times. Some called him brave, others called him insane. But as this 1,500-pound predator brushed against his hand, the world held its breath. It was a moment that teetered on the edge of life and death. The shark, a creature built for destruction with jaws strong enough to tear through bone, could have struck at any moment. A single wrong move, and this man would have been nothing more than prey. So was it trust, or was it just luck? The man's life hung by a thread, and as the shark's massive body glided past him, every viewer felt the weight of that terrifying question. Imagine the teeth sinking into your skin, the cold force of the shark's jaws closing on you. It's not bravery, it's survival on the razor's edge. In that moment, death was just a heartbeat away. So note to self, cats and dogs are for petting, not great whites. On the north coast of South Africa, a kayaker celebrated too soon while reeling in a Dorado. Out of nowhere, a great white slammed into his kayak. The kayak flipped, sending him into the shark's hunting ground. With adrenaline surging, he scrambled back onto his kayak. This was a terrifying moment that I won't be able to ever forget. Drone pilot Carlos, known as the Malibu artist, captured a haunting scene. A peaceful family kayak trip turned chilling when a drone revealed the nightmare beneath them. A 15-foot great white circling silently. Thinking fast, the older man brought the kayaks together, trying to make them look bigger. And then the shark circled curiously and then disappeared into the deep. Relief hit them, but so did a lasting fear. As we are getting closer to number one, it's safe to say that these encounters are getting scarier. In another clip, a young fisherman from Fisherman's Chronicles, a young angler filmed as a curious juvenile found himself being circled for minutes by a great white.
Huge! Freaking massive!
Instead of panicking, he grabbed his GoPro and filmed the entire encounter. The shark was curious, calm, watching. And luckily, the shark drifted away without incident, but the silent tension in those moments was unforgettable. One wrong move, and it could have ended differently. In another encounter, a kayaker felt something strange pulling on his fishing line. Suddenly, a shark bit into his kayak. He checked the damage and realized how close he was to danger. Luckily, the shark didn't come back, but the bite marks on his kayak and the fear he felt said it all. Would you stay calm or panic if a great white shark got a little too close? Share your thoughts in the comments.